This story is something that I like to share with my friends when they're feeling down about their love life. A couple of years ago, our school was getting renovated to add a new auditorium in. Half the school was closed off, but there was one bathroom that I found located down a dark hallway that was the prime place to do a number two. You know what I mean. It was always quiet in there, and no one ever came down that way because it was so dark. This one morning, I'd been running late for school, so I didn't get a chance to go to the bathroom at home like I usually do. I got to my first hour class and felt the rumble in my stomach. I had to go. So I asked for the hall pass and traveled down that dark, lonely hallway to get to my throne. But when I got there, I discovered that they had blocked the girls' bathroom. There was a yellow caution tape across the door. It seemed that they were now working on it, and it was under construction. I was nowhere near another girl's bathroom, and I really had to go. So my only option at this point was to head to the boys' room. I almost didn't get my pants down in time when I finally got to the stall and started my business. Thankfully, I finished quickly. You know, it goes much faster when you don't have your phone to entertain you. I was just getting my pants zipped back up when I heard two boys walking in the bathroom. Crap, I thought to myself. I didn't want to get caught in the bathroom, and I didn't want to leave because I didn't want them to know it was me who had just dropped a bomb in here. All I could do was wait, and hopefully they do their business and be on their way. Of course, I wasn't so lucky. I've never known boys to be gossipy, but apparently that's what these kids wanted to do today. After they both got done washing their hands, they stood at the sinks. I could see them through the crack in the door, but luckily they couldn't see me. My feet were up on the toilet, and I was trying very, very hard not to move or shake. It got even more difficult to do when I heard the first boy say, "So, do you really think Lily's hot?" My eyes grew wide and my jaw dropped. That was my name. Who the heck would think that I'm hot? I tried to get closer to the crack in the door without making any noise. "Oh, dude, yeah, definitely," said the other boy. As I peeked through the crack in the door, I could just make out the boy's light brown hair and his letterman's jacket. Other than that, I didn't have a clue who he was. "Are you going to ask her out?" the first boy asked. "No way. She doesn't seem to be into me. She's always looking away when I look at her, or she won't talk if I say hi. She's probably just shy. Ask her out." "Nah, I can't. I'm really sure she doesn't think I'm hot." Was this person talking to Tyler? The hottest guy in the school? I thought to myself, watching the boys as they finally left the bathroom. Tyler was a football player, so he definitely had a letterman's jacket, and he had soft brown curls that fell a little over his eyes. I hope it was Tyler. He does look at me sometimes, but I always get embarrassed because I feel like his piercing blue eyes are stabbing my soul. Am I being too dramatic? Probably. Anyway, I finished washing my own hands, and then I waited a couple more minutes to leave the bathroom. When I returned to my class, my teacher gave me a dirty look. I went up to her and told her that my period started, and she gave me a nod of understanding. I apologized and headed to my seat. We were supposed to be working on algebra, but I couldn't get my mind off of Tyler. What if he really had said he liked me? I'm not the most popular girl in school. I'm not super hot like the spunky cheerleaders. I'm more of an athletic type. I always figured Tyler went for girls who were super small, had bleached blonde hair. Maybe I underestimated him. When class was over, I still wasn't 100% sure it was Tyler who had been talking about me in the bathroom. So I didn't want to go up to him and just exclaim, "Kiss me," in front of everyone. Instead, I made my way over to where he was and kind of stood by to see if he would peek at me. My friend Daria came over. We talked, and I told her I had a secret. I explained what happened, and she couldn't believe what I said. "You're telling me that you were taking a poop and found out someone majorly hot has a crush on you?" I was actually done pooping, but yes, I was stuck in the bathroom, and now I may have a super hot boyfriend. "I don't believe this," she said, as she shook her head. Wow, thanks for the vote of confidence, bestie, I thought to myself. Not that I don't think Tyler would like you, it's just that he's dating Simone. She pointed over her shoulder at Tyler, who had his arm around, you guessed it, Simone, a blonde cheerleader. Sigh. I watched as the two kissed and blushed. Dang it. Either I was wrong and that's not the Tyler that has a crush on me, or he's totally into me while having a girlfriend. I don't know which was worse. I tried to get all of this off my mind, but then lunch happened. I usually brought my own lunch, but today I was running late, remember, and I had to get a hot lunch. Standing in the lunch line, I was studying my phone. I wasn't looking at anything cool. Everyone I would have talked to was in school too. When I heard the voices from earlier, it was the boys from the bathroom. They were right behind me in line. I was about to turn around and see who Destiny had waiting for me. Now that I had a better vantage point, I could hear that it wasn't Tyler. I turned around to see Matt standing right behind me next to Drake. Matt is someone who was always on the outside of my friend group, but I never paid much attention to him because he was pretty shy and kept to himself. He was a wrestler, and he had some gorgeous blue eyes. As I looked closer at him in the lunch line, I realized that he looked a lot like Shawn Mendes. There's no way I wanted them to know what I was doing in there in the first place. Gross. So I put on my best flirty smile and gave Matt the eye. I turned back around and finished lunch as usual. I've known him for many years, but he's not someone I would have considered going out with. Even though he is cute, he's shorter than a lot of the guys I'm attracted to, and that's okay. Anyway, later on that day, when I was walking to my last class, Matt and Drake walked by in the hallway, and Drake nudged Matt. "Hey, Lily," I heard from behind me. I turned around, and he was standing there. Drake was a few feet away pretending that he was trying to get into his locker, even though I knew his locker was way on the other side of the school. "Hey, what's up, Matt?" I asked, playing it cool. He coughed and came closer. So, I was wondering if you were doing anything this weekend? It was definitely Matt that was in the bathroom, I thought to myself. "No, not at all. Why? What do you have up your sleeve?" He got a huge smile on his face and asked me if he could take me to the movies. Of course, I said yes. The rest of the week went by super slow. All I wanted was to get to Saturday so I could see Matt. Throughout the school week, we kept flirting with each other in the hallways and talking in class, but we didn't have time to see each other outside of school. Finally, it was Saturday, the big day. I spent all day getting ready, putting on face masks, shaving my legs, putting lotions and creams all over my body. Then I slipped into one of my favorite floral dresses and a denim jacket. My phone jingled and I beamed when I read that Matt was outside my house. When I got in the car, his face was all smiles too. "Hey, you look beautiful," he said. I couldn't help but blush. "Thank you. You look handsome and you smell really good." Is that weird? "So I was thinking there's supposed to be a meteor shower tonight. How would you feel about going to the park instead of the movies?" "Are you going to try and murder me? Or are you just cheap?" I giggled. Matt smiled and nudged my shoulder. "For real, I think this would be really cool." "Okay, let's do it." We pulled up to the park and Matt got out of his car. He went to the back where he pulled a blanket, a basket, and some pillows out of his trunk. We made our way over to a patch of grass and he spread the blanket out. He pulled out a bottle of sparkling juice and 2 glasses from the basket. The cork was popped and we drank the bubbly along with some strawberries that he'd carefully cut up and put in a Tupperware container. It was the cutest thing I'd ever seen. For the next 2 hours, he mesmerized me with all of his wisdom about the sky and what's beyond our view. I don't know what came over me, but as he was telling me about the Big Dipper, I leaned over and kissed him. It didn't take him long to grab the back of my head and lean into the kiss, and we laid back against the pillows again. As the meteor shower flew overhead, we stared into each other's eyes. I'll never forget the way he made me feel that night, and I'm honestly so happy that I got trapped in the boys' bathroom. This was the most romantic first date I've ever been on. Things didn't end all that great for Matt and I, though. On our second date, I mentioned how I was in the bathroom, and I heard him talking to Drake about me. He gave me the weirdest look and finally said, "But Lily, I didn't tell Drake that I liked you. I didn't tell anyone that I liked you." I was confused. "But I saw you in the bathroom the other day with Drake, and he asked you if you thought I was hot." The more I talked, the weirder it sounded. "No, Lily, that wasn't me. Did you think I was the person in the bathroom and that's the only reason you went out with me?" The hurt on his face was serious, and I felt my heart hit my feet. Ugh. I think I did just go out with him because I thought he liked me. The date ended soon after that. He dropped me off at home, and I tried to text him several times. I think he finally blocked me. All of this was really upsetting, but I tried not to get too down about it because next weekend was prom. I was really excited to go, even though I wasn't going to have a date now. When prom day finally arrived, I dressed in a long, black, sparkly dress and the highest heels I could stand to walk in. My friends and I pulled up to the hotel where the prom was being held, and it was like a massive party erupted around the grounds. All of the seniors and juniors were dancing, relaxing, and drinking punch. I caught the eye of Tyler once or twice, who kept smiling shyly at me. Weird, I thought. He's not dancing with his girlfriend. Maybe they broke up? By the end of the night, everyone was having a great time, and the announcer came to the stage to tell everyone who was going to be the next prom king and prom queen. I knew that Tyler and his girlfriend were a shoo-in, so I waited in the back with my friends for the announcement. Then, just like in those cheesy teen movies, the announcer, who was our assistant principal, called Tyler to the stage to be crowned as the king. Soon after, my name was shouted as well. "Lily, come on up. You have been voted prom queen." I could not believe my ears. I rushed up to the stage and the tiara was placed on my head. My smile was probably as bright as the moon. I was elated. Tyler came over and gave me a hug, and I swear I heard him whisper, "I really like you." I couldn't move or speak. Had it been Tyler in the bathroom the whole time? We walked off the stage and we were congratulated by our friends. And then Tyler pulled me over to the corner and looked me in the eye. "Lily, I can't hold it in any longer. I really like you. Will you dance with me?" We danced the rest of the night, and we kissed when he took me home. It's been a couple of years since this happened, and Tyler and I are still together. What do you think about my story? Please like and subscribe to this channel to hear more.